You're listening to Not the Sermon with Eric and Jamie.
All right, guys, welcome to a very special Not the Sermon episode.
Sir?
We are here on location in India.
Getting absolutely begged to get in a stranger's tuk-tuk.
Tuk-tuk. It's those little rickshaw type things. And yeah, as we were walking around earlier today, everyone was like, tuk-tuk.
Tuk-tuk, sir? Tuk-tuk? And Jamie told me to just don't look at him. Just ignore him. And I was like, I can't do that.
If you start to talk, they don't think you're being polite. They think they've got a sale.
Yeah, it's like pigeons, like when you have bread. I don't know, but it's nice. How you feeling, man?
I'm a little punchy right now, man.
I know you having some inner ear issues.
Dude, my right ear, I've never had this happen before, but my right ear is like closed up. I can't hardly hear out of it. It's kind of freaking me out, man. I'm not going to lie.
It's probably that dude that was hacking up something behind you on the flight from Doha to Trivandrum.
Yeah, that was
nuts. Those were like, I haven't flown a lot, but I've flown enough to have a point of reference. Two worst flights ever. Like comfort wise, it was fine. Like the amenities were fine.
Yeah.
But like flight from the 14-hour flight from Atlanta to Doha, Qatar, 3 children under the age of 1.
Yes.
1.5. All of them screaming
their heads off
the entire flight, through the whole night. And there's nothing worse than taking a sedative and then being woken up after you've taken the sedative.
What was your sedative of choice, Eric?
ZQL Ultra, baby.
Ultra.
Yeah.
Not just ZQL.
This episode of Another Sermon brought to you by ZQL Ultra. It will make you forget.
Oh, man.
I woke up for a second thinking I was on a train. But yeah. But Doha was nice.
Yeah.
Until that dude passing out.
Until the dude passed out right behind us.
Yeah, dude, this dude was, I guess he sat down too long and stood up too fast and then just like
keeled over.
Yeah, folded himself over one of the seats like a draped jacket. And no one panicked. That was nice.
Yeah.
Except for the guy next to him. He's like, help. Someone help. But I mean, I get it because I didn't want to scream help because I don't want everybody freaking out.
Right.
He ended up being fine though. And the airport was super cool in Doha too.
The Doha airport was really cool.
Yeah. So
that was your longest flight.
Oh,
Was it 13 hours from Atlanta?
It was 13 and a half.
How was that for you?
The first half of it was fun because it was the adventurous.
Yeah.
It's still a little adventurous. Once I tried to go to sleep and again, take a sedative and really only get like 2 hours of sleep when it's really meant for like 6 or 8.
Yeah.
That's pretty rough because you're up while it's metabolizing in your body. But the flight wasn't bad though.
No,
I mean it was like
they had pretty good like movies and stuff like that.
They had great movies and
dude, we watched
Oppenheimer. It was amazing,
and we've been waiting to see that because it had some stuff in it, and but this was edited because on these
on flights,
on these flights, not American flights. They don't edit them very much anymore, but on international they do. So it was nice. So they the couple of scenes. Like she didn't have any clothes on, but they had just like put.
Yeah, they just blanked it out. It was funny.
They just drew clothes on her.
It was like a gray bar.
Yeah, it was
like
weird.
A gray towel that they kind of just put on there. But yeah, no, that was a great movie. Recommend that. But yeah, the flight was cool. Like coming into, like I said, that's the longest flight I've ever taken. And by and large, the food was actually great. We were talking about that. Good. Like it was like sort of Middle Eastern cuisine for every meal, I think. Except for the chicken and mushroom. They gave us that while we were still in the United States. But once we got over the pond, it was all like Mediterranean food.
Yeah, the flavors were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think people realize like airlines in the United States are not as good as airlines in other countries. I don't think.
Hands down, when Jamie told me that he booked Qatar, as I'm told it's pronounced Qatar.
Well, that's how they say Qatar, but everyone else says we say Qatar.
I was like, okay, well, gonna sign my will. But no, it was great. Like brand new planes, like top of the line amenities. But yeah, it was good. So we're tired right now, and there's nothing we can do except maybe record a segment of this podcast without going to sleep.
Our host here said, "Do you want the beach side or the city?" And we just chose the beach. We figured it'd be a nicer.
Yeah. And if you didn't know this, people still make very poor bikini choices, even in India.
Yeah, it's true.
I saw way more of anyone that I ever wanted to see.
But it wasn't Indians though.
Oh, it was white people.
Yeah.
It was tourists. Come on, do better.
Do better.
Do better.
But yeah, we walked around, checked out the sights and drank coconut water from a coconut.
Yeah, straight from the coconut. Dude just whipped out a machete, chopped it up.
That was pretty cool.
What I've learned about the names of these places is it's never your first pronunciation.
That's true.
It's like if you think it's pronounced one way, change it up. You might be right the second time.
Yeah, the emphasis is on the wrong syllable.
Tikka masala is not tikka masala. It's tikka masala. Masala. Which I enjoyed some of, and it's definitely different here.
Yeah.
Than it is in America.
Yeah, they told him to get the tikka. Which one?
They just told me to get the regular chicken masala. They said avoid the tikka masala because it would be more spicy. But what I got
was really spicy.
Set my intestines on fire. I'm going to regret it.
He was like, "Do you want some?" I'm like, "Nope, I do not."
I took a Pepsi before I ate it and then washed it down with a Cliff Bar. So maybe I sandwiched the spice well enough to not ruin myself.
You're in trouble, dude.
But yeah, dude, I'm just really excited to make this mission trip my new identity for the next 9 months, and then just compare.
Just figure out how to work it into every conversation.
And just compare life here in India. Here in India, we had rolling blackouts and you just appreciate that over there. We did.
We've had like 3 or 4 already. The first day.
But it really isn't that bad. It's like they go out and
it goes out.
The weather's different here. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we do have an AC unit that works intermittently.
Thank goodness. It's hot.
It is pretty stinking hot, but everybody here is just prepared to be hot, though. Like all the shop owners weren't even in the shops; they were just sitting outside of them.
Yeah,
like just chiefing cigs and eating coconuts.
So tonight we are teaching Bible students. It'll be our first part of the ministry, and so we'll update you guys after we do that. And we just wanted to go ahead and start our first segment and talk about life in India. India.
All right, what's going on, Sermonauts? We're moving into another segment, and just to kind of explain to you guys how we're doing these segments, we're just kind of recording them as the trip goes on. I mean, we're here in India for about 10 or 11 days.
Yeah.
And so we're just going to give you a segment every few days.
So this is being recorded a couple of days after the first part you just heard where, man, we sounded rough.
Yeah, we listened to that, and that was after about 6 hours of sleep over the course of 48 hours.
Yes.
And so I honestly don't even remember that conversation.
I don't either.
So that's fun. But
you should probably forget it as well.
Yeah, just don't repeat anything. But yeah, it was. We've been doing ministry the past few days. Finally, 2 days of long travel. We've been in the country for a few days at this point, 3-4 days at this point, and it's been great. It's definitely different than teaching. This is my first international trip, and it's a lot.
That's painfully obvious.
It's painfully obviously. I know. I'm just like. I'm lost out here.
He's walking around India going, "Donde es el baño?
Donde es el baño? Agua." So using Spanish words, but they all just smile and wave anyways.
They do.
They're
so kind. Aren't the people nice?
Dude, they're so stinking nice here.
Yeah, they are.
It really is. I know people say that just about everywhere they go, but there's something about the Indian people. It's so communal.
Yeah.
I noticed even at some of the restaurants, like families don't order, and we haven't. People don't order individual dishes. Mm-hmm. They order a bunch of different smaller dishes, and then everybody just shares. Shares. So it's very communal, very nice. Teaching in the school has been really fun. It's been kind of warm the past couple times.
It's really hot, and of course we're from South Georgia, and so we're used to high heat and humidity. But and in February, it's
in the upper 80s.
It's in the upper 80s, and the real feel on AccuWeather is like in the upper 90s.
Yeah. So it's like being in the classrooms, which they do have some air conditioned portions, but
Not where I was.
not where we were. Yeah. And so it's like, it's this weird kind of heat because it's not hot enough to sweat, but not cool enough to be cool either. So you're in this
Right.
in between of like, your body's like, should I sweat or pass out or what?
You just get slightly sticky.
Yeah, you just get a little sticky, but it's been cool. Yeah, hanging out with the kids has been really fun. They love Western culture.
Yeah.
I'm like, I love your culture. And they're like, no, your culture is really cool. Dude, these kids, they speak.
So just real quick. So this is a Bible school.
It's
I
a
don't know
Bible
if we
school.
said this
No.
before, but we're at a Bible school teaching students of all types of different ages. Some of them are upper teens, some of them are adults.
I've seen some old people too.
Yeah. And so all different ages. And so we're going around from class to class and just teaching on different subjects. I want to make sure they knew what we're doing.
Yeah. So yeah, it's an educational mission.
Yeah.
Like they have brought us into.
We're not building huts.
Yeah, we're not building huts. They have brought us in to teach these Bible college students how to be ministers.
Yeah.
And so it's
we got to figure that out first.
Yeah, I know we're trying to figure that out because the context is so different. But yeah, like these students speak 3, sometimes 4 languages. And they asked me, they were like, so how many languages do you speak? And I was like, 1 and barely.
Well, because we don't have to, because you're speaking our language.
Yeah, that was about you're speaking.
They're enabling us.
Yeah, I've had 2 translated classes.
Yeah.
Right. So 2 where the students didn't speak English or didn't speak it well, and so they translated it into Hindi or Malayalam, whatever they speak down here. There's like literally 3 different languages just in the state that we're in. So it's been fun. But so Jamie, what's your experience been like so far doing ministry in India?
Man, it's awesome. It's such an honor and privilege to be able to see how God is moving in different cultures, and just to be able to just to love on these students and dude, they're impressive. I mean, a lot of times in mission trips, Americans go overseas and they have this white saviorism of like, I'm going to show the people how to be Christians. Bro, these guys know the Bible. They love the Lord. They are, for us to be a Christian is socially and culturally acceptable. Over here, man, they are the vast minority. And many of them, when they become Christians, they lose their families.
I've talked to 2 students so far that have come to me asking for prayer because when they graduate this week, they will have no one to go home to.
Yeah.
Because their family has disowned them for converting to Christianity.
Yeah.
So I am in a way jealous of the passion that these students have for the gospel here, because we have a choice in America. Like we have a choice to either be Christian or not, and our lives really don't change socially either way.
Yeah.
Right. Here, to become a Christian is to put everything on the line. Your family, your livelihood, your future. And so, and when they go in, dude, they go all in.
Yeah.
I mean, every student has a Bible and a notepad. They're taking notes on everything.
They're so hungry.
Saying. They're asking questions. And so it's incredible. And I wanted to ask you this question, Jamie, because I've been thinking about this, and I'm sure every person that goes on a mission trip has this question. Because remember, guys, I'm trying to make this whole trip my identity for the next 18 months.
Yeah. When I was in India. Yeah, like you're in the dentist chair and they're like working on a filling.
I was in India.
I was in India.
But anyways, yeah. So I've been thinking about this. So in the when I teach my youth in America at our church,
yeah,
I am constantly having to figure out a way to make what I'm teaching entertaining. In fact, a lot of the time, I spend more time trying to be pithy and entertaining and stuff to try to keep our students engaged than I do actually focusing on the content, right? And I mean, that's just a confession. Here, I've found that I don't have to be, first off, I can't be entertaining because my humor and stuff doesn't translate well.
Yeah, it doesn't translate well in America either.
So funny, yeah, whatever. But so there's a cultural thing, but I can literally just talk about the Bible.
Yeah.
And they soak it up like sponges.
Yeah.
And so I've been struggling a little bit, man. Like, how do you, because you're well traveled, aren't you, Jamie?
Oh, it's
You've been
my identity.
all over the world, haven't you? Tell me more about Pakistan. Jamie's been here like when I was in Pakistan one time in band camp. But like but seriously, as someone that has been fairly well traveled and been on the mission field a lot, how have you sort of come to terms with how we have to preach the gospel in America, almost begging people to listen versus coming to these countries where they're begging you to speak?
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. The key for me, bro, is I just don't think about it because it'll drive me crazy.
Yeah.
Because there is so much hunger. It's supply and demand. We are oversupplied. There's a church on every corner in America, and so demand has gone down. Over here, they are undersupplied. There are hardly any churches, and so demand is way up. And so you'll drive yourself crazy trying to figure out, like what, why are we not hungry in the United States? The thing is, man, you just preach to the people wherever they are, whatever they're doing, whatever the cultural context is, you meet them there. And Paul says, I become all things to all people, right? And I've heard some accusations that Paul's gospel is different than Jesus's gospel. Some people have said Paul's preaching a different gospel. No, he's not. He's preaching the same gospel to a different people.
Yeah.
And so the message of Christianity never changes, but the method of teaching Christianity absolutely changes based on who you're teaching to. And so look, in India, are they really hungry for the gospel? Yes. And so we meet them there. In America, are people overstimulated? Do they already think they know everything about scripture because their grandma posts a verse every day on Facebook? Yes. You know what? I'm going to meet them there too. Do I need to be a little bit more clever in my presentation in America to get people's attention? I do. And I'll do that. Whatever it takes to win some, that's what I'll do. Short of sin, right? Short of immorality, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes is what I'm willing to do to teach. And so, yeah, no, you're right. You're right. It's being over here. There's always a bounce back disgust for America when you come back to the country.
Sure.
But you can't give in to that because look, America's awesome. We've got a lot of problems.
Dude, America is awesome.
There are a lot of people on fire for the Lord in the U.S. And so, don't dwell on the negative. It is what it is. Meet people where they are. Love them where they are. That's what he does. He meets us exactly where we are.
Now, you make a really good point.
Oh, listener, you need to know. There were some goings on that we just had to edit out. We won't talk about what it was.
That's a good call, Jamie, because I don't know how I was going to get back on track.
But we'll just say it does have to do with Indian food.
Dude, we can't talk about it. We can't talk about it.
Have you enjoyed the food so far?
The food has been delicious.
Yeah.
It is absolutely, it is a different, I'm not being gross at all. It has taken me a while to adjust to the kind of food here. But I'm doing well.
Dude, we had a romantic dinner last night.
Oh, we did. Holy cow. Yeah. So we were walking, me and Jamie were walking.
Where we are is close to a beach, just so you know.
Yeah. We're close to a beach. And so we walk down, and everybody's like, tuk, 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 tuk. And then once you get past the tuk tuk people, they're like, come to my restaurant. They solicit you. They solicit Westerners to go into their restaurant.
Yeah, we were watching like everyone that was European or American, they would ask to come. Everyone who wasn't, they just
let them go. Yeah. So we go to this like a crab shack type thing. It's like a seafood restaurant.
Yeah.
And the way that the tables are set up is the chairs are on one side facing the beach with a candle on the table. And so me and Jamie enjoyed a romantic dinner, and I got these, they're called tiger prawns, which the rest of the world calls shrimp prawns, which I'm for that. I'm pro prawn.
Pro prawn.
And they were the size of lobster tails.
They were huge.
For the cost of about $10 or $11 American.
Yeah.
Jamie, on the other hand, do you want to tell them what you got?
So I panic ordered. I was really wanting something American, and they had some like sandwiches and stuff on the menu, and so I was going to order one, and they were like, "No, we don't have that." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Thanks for putting it on the menu then." And so I told you, have you ever like had to make a decision real quick and you don't know what to do? So I was like, okay. So I looked and it said macaroni and fish.
Dude.
So I ordered the macaroni and fish, and just and then he looks at me like, really?
And it doesn't say what kind of macaroni
Or what kind of fish,
what kind of sauce, or what kind of fish. And I look at Jamie and I'm like, you will be lucky if you get a can of or a box of Easy Mac and a can of tuna right now. You have no idea what you're about to get, but
it was good.
It would look pretty good.
It was basically a pasta. It was like macaroni
pasta.
Yeah, pasta.
Wait, was it like some sort of oil or something that was with it?
There's some sort of sauce. It was like it wasn't super spicy.
Yeah.
And then there was like chopped up pieces of fish.
Of some sort of fish?
Who knows? It's just macaroni and fish.
Yeah, the fish here is fresh though. Like being right on the ocean, people literally fish and then they put it on rocks on the sidewalk and try to sell it to you. So, but yeah, no, so far this is probably our midway ministry update. Yeah. And we'll update you again in a few days. We're headed to... we got graduation.
Yep.
We'll tell you how that goes.
Sweet. All right, guys. Welcome back. This is a couple of days after we have already recorded. Eric, did you lock the door, man?
I started locking the door because we had a little situation.
We did. That's why I asked him.
We were sitting here one night, partially clothed. And someone started fiddling with the door, and I was like, well, I mean, at least I did lock the door, I thought.
So I get up and like go towards the door, but like I'm kind of dodging it somewhat because I don't want anyone to see me in my partial dress state.
Yep.
And then the door flings
open. There's like a family of 5 standing out there, and they're like, "Oh, so sorry."
And they look and they make eye contact with Eric, who's sitting in the corner. He just raises his hand up like, "Hi,
hello, hello there, friends."
And then they burst out laughing.
Yep. And then they shut the door, and then we started locking the door here. So that was fun. But yeah, dude, we had a lot going on these past few days.
Yeah, so much.
We finally have a sort of a rest day today. We finished our mission down south, and we'll be traveling up north here soon. But man, the past few days have been a lot, man.
It's been a lot. We had some free time, and we decided to ride in a tuk-tuk.
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 You want tuk-tuk?
I mean, we were begging them this time. Please let us ride in your tuk-tuk.
So we have some pictures. We'll put those on Instagram. But yeah, we were on the plane. Someone had told us to go visit a particular like sightseeing area, and we got there.
The temple of
it's actually a temple for Shiva.
Yeah, it's the temple of Shiva. It's got the largest statue of Shiva in the country.
Yeah, it's 60 feet tall.
60 feet tall, and Shiva is their like creator god. Yeah. It's like their main god, I think.
I believe so. Yeah.
So yeah, it's really dope. And so we're walking down there.
It's really dope.
Yeah.
Well, driving in was an experience too. They have like all these colored like flags and stuff overhead.
You're out of the tourist area. I mean, that kind of is a tourist area, but like
but for locals.
But for locals, like the people, it's sort of like people come there to pay homage to Shiva. So we got to see the city that we're in. Like the actual city part, which was kind of interesting. But we get out there and we're the only Westerners.
Dude, I didn't see any white people at all.
None at all. And so we're definitely sticking out like a not sore thumb.
A sunburned thumb.
A sunburned thumb, something. And so we're sitting around and we see the temple, but the signage on the temple is not very inviting.
Yeah, I was like, come here only for prayer. Don't take any pictures. If a woman's on her period, she can't come.
Yeah, it's like no menstruation, and you had to shower. It said,
but there's no showers.
Yeah, I think taking a bath before you go to church is probably a good thing.
I'm in agreement.
My stance on that. So,
sure.
Anyways, we walked to. There's a young dude sitting there, like a security guy. I could have took him. And we asked him, and he said, "Yeah." So we went in.
Yeah, we were like, "Hey," I was like, "Hey, may we enter?" And he was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, so we
took off our shoes.
Took off the old shoes, which Jamie's shoe, it looked like
There's no
Bigfoot.
question. There was no question whose shoes were whose.
See, I have tiny Indian feet.
Yeah, I got size 12s.
So that was pretty funny seeing a giant Nike shoe around a bunch of like toddler flip flops.
Even your shoes were big.
My shoes were big. So anyways, we walk in the first part of the temple. You can't talk really unless you're praying.
Yeah.
And you cannot take photos.
Right.
So what was your take on that? What was it like being in a pagan god's temple?
So it was interesting. I wasn't intimidated. I could definitely feel a little spiritual juju going on.
Yeah, it felt heavy.
It felt really heavy spiritually. And just kind of walking around, we were being respectful. We weren't trying to go in there like, I command you in Jesus.
Yeah, we weren't like TikTokers at like a good scene where everybody's got their phones out and everything. Yeah,
no, we didn't want to cause a stir. Oh, and there's construction.
Oh, yeah. You'll hear that in the background. Construction goes on 24/7 here.
Wow, it was like midnight one night or close to it.
And you just hear what you just heard.
Oh, if they heard it, we'll see.
So anyway, in the temple.
So we kind of walked through. It was like, what struck me though? Now, listener, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that Hinduism is a true religion or anything, but the sincerity of the people was palpable. Yeah. I mean, they genuinely were there. They genuinely wanted to connect with a god, with the gods, and so that kind of was interesting.
Yeah, it tells you something about the people too that they would let two white dudes into their most holy place.
Yeah, they didn't. I didn't get any dirty looks.
No, I mean people were curious for sure.
We walked out of the actual temple area into where the big statue was, and then they let you take photos, and we can post some photos again on social media for you. And it was impressive. The dude looks like a Marvel superhero.
Oh yeah, huge forearms, like
ripped.
Swole.
Yeah,
dreadlocks, snake. Naked woman coming out of his dreadlocks. It was the
Ganges.
The Ganges goddess.
Yeah, Ganges.
So that was really cool. It was cool seeing that. It was definitely.
It was very well done.
Yeah, very well done. I enjoy their culture. I mean, obviously they're worshiping an idol, but
right. Well, which is actually demons.
Yeah, it's a demon. But they do it with sincerity. That's for sure. But to juxtapose that.
Yeah.
We then, that next day, went to a Christian worship service.
Yeah.
And what was so interesting to me there was that same sincerity that I saw in the Hindu temple. I saw there in a good way, right?
In a good way, but in the Christian church, man, the overwhelming feeling that I felt was love.
Love and freedom.
But the overwhelming I felt from the people in the Hindu temple was fear.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, they, and I don't even mean the good kind of fear, like fearing God. Like they were like
my baby might not be born if I don't make this offering.
It was very impersonal and very fearful. Like please help and please don't kill me while you help.
Yeah, that's a great way to describe that.
While Sunday morning worship was just love, like singing love songs,
love, freedom, joy.
The presence of God was so strong.
It's so strong there, and I mean, it was an incredible encounter to be able to worship and take communion with them as well, which was really neat. Some of the people that we were with, one of the guys we were with, gave a great communion message. Yeah, there's some other Westerners here that know the head of the Bible college, and so he brought us all down to teach and to be a part of the commencement. And I guess we should pause this. Housekeeping. Okay, and we're back. The housekeeping came to the door, and we had a very awkward exchange where they were asking you cannot allow yourself to be offended here. Yeah, like everything from interruption, to so normal, to bumping into each other, so normal, to cutting in line. Yep, it's just all normal here. Dude, so we went to the mall. Okay, well, hold on a second. Let's finish our church talk. So the church. So there are other people besides us here, and one of them gave a message that was really good. His name was Jeff. Another guy named Buddy just crushed it when it came to doing communion. So the people we've met here, they're in Tennessee, they're in Florida. They've been fantastic. So. UK, yeah. There's one guy in the UK, another one in the Boston area. Oh. So
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yeah. So we went to the mall.
We went to the mall.
That was a sight to be seen.
Yeah. A lot
Tens
of people.
of thousands.
It was.
Am I wrong?
Not tens of thousands. I mean, maybe not.
That mall was huge. It was 4 stories.
Yeah.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah. In some parts, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you could break away and get free. When I went, there was 40 men in the restroom, dude, when I went there. Yeah, no, the mall was a whole deal. But we saw one of the most glorious things I've ever seen.
It was beautiful.
We saw, number one, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
KFC, baby.
And then we saw those golden arches.
Yep.
We saw them in the distance.
Now, you guys know our very first episode, we talked about McDonald's in other countries.
Yeah, and guess what? They machines be working here.
They machines were working, yes. Now, we didn't get ice cream.
We did not get ice cream.
But we had to have some of the fries. And I got to be honest, though, Eric, I was a little disappointed.
The fries were not American fries, I don't think.
No.
I mean, they were, but they weren't cooked how we would cook them.
They weren't salted.
They weren't salted. They were a little oily. Yeah, no, it was eating the KFC. Man, that brought me back to life.
Yeah, we had chicken sandwiches.
That was a morale booster. Dude, I have never craved cheese and mayo more than I have being here since I can't get it here. You can't get cheese or mayo here.
No, it's not here.
And cheese is the weird thing.
Yeah.
I figured they would be a cheese country, but they're not. But going to KFC and having all that like sliced like Jello orange cheese. Oh, so good.
It was good. And interestingly, they didn't use like chicken breast chicken. They used dark meat.
No, they use dark meat on their sandwiches, which I'm all for.
It was good.
I like dark meat. So that was a cool experience. We got to go down there and do a little bit of shopping, and the exchange rate is insane here.
Yeah. The sandwiches were like $1.50 maybe.
Or less,
dude.
Yeah, less than $1. Yeah, less than. Well, they were 100. They were 100 rupees.
Okay, so 83 rupees is $1.
Yeah. So they're $1.
$1.25.
Yeah.
It's like we're in the 80s again, man.
Yeah, man, it's great. So yeah, that's like not even half of what we experienced, but that's a good update on where we're at in the trip.
Yeah, and the ministry's going really well, dude. Just pouring, man, these students, bro. Oh my gosh, they are incredible. I got choked up several times during graduation, while teaching, during this, just because having attended the Hindu temple, I was just pretty overwhelmed afterwards. Like, who's going to reach these people?
Yeah,
there are millions of people that need to know about the love of Jesus. Like, and we're over here in America, watching the Super Bowl. I'll tell you, it was hard.
Yeah,
it was hard watching.
Hard.
All of our friends, and we love you guys, but like on Facebook talking about the Super Bowl and Taylor Swift and all this kind of stuff, while like there are people like dying over here. People
dying, people getting the persecution here is real.
And that's not your fault, and we're not holding you accountable to that.
That is your fault. But you should feel bad.
But at the same time, it's just so eye-opening to be over here. And these students, they have a saying. They say do or die. Yep. And when they say do or die, it's literal.
They mean it.
They're like, we are going out into the world and preaching the gospel of Christ, and we might die, and that's okay.
And some of these people, like some of the students that are going out that got commissioned yesterday, they are going into some of the most persecuted, some of the most dangerous areas for Christians in the southeastern portion of where we're at in the world.
Yeah, exactly, in South Asia. Yeah, for sure. So, you guys, look, take a moment, say, Lord, send workers to harvest the people. Look, it's probably not you, and that's okay. You shouldn't feel bad about that. It might be you, but you can definitely give. You can definitely pray. You can definitely figure out who your church is supporting and lean into that and become a part of it, because, man, there is a whole big old world out there that needs Jesus.
And buy a bidet. You won't regret it.
It's a good experience, right?
It's an amazing experience.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and stop before Eric explains anymore. But
so anyway, this is how it works.
Okay, bye. All right, guys, this is our final segment on our Indian episode. We hope you guys have enjoyed this so far. So we traveled from the south part of India, where we were doing our ministry to the north part of India. We had to fly. It's like 4.5, 5 hours of flying just to get to the north part of the same country. Pretty wild. And we've been here for the past few days.
Yes, and it is a completely different world.
Yeah, how so?
Dude, down south, I mean, India is already a little bit sketchy for Christians. Now, they don't, it's legal to be a Christian. You can be a Christian. You're ostracized for it.
Yeah.
But you cannot evangelize at all.
Especially publicly.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact, we were supposed to have a pastor's conference this week in the northern part, but they canceled it because just one day before we arrived, 2 pastors in the area were arrested.
Yes. And we were notified of that the first day we got here.
Yeah.
Things were already sketchy. And we were told that the possibility of meeting any contacts up here was very slim because of that.
Right.
Two people made the news.
Right. So we still met with pastors and stuff, and we still got to kind of tour around and see some of the stuff. It's a lot more frantic up here, right?
Dude, it is one of the most populous cities in the world.
And the traffic is absolutely insane.
It's horrendous. It's we don't know. We were like, oh, Atlanta's got the worst traffic. No, they don't.
No, not even close.
It's not. They're nowhere. They're not even in the rankings, dude.
Yeah. Basically, if there's 2 lanes painted on the road, there's 4 lanes of cars.
Yeah, 4 lanes wide, but
if there's 4 lanes painted on the road, there's 8 lanes of cars.
Yeah,
I mean, it's wild.
And motorbikes everywhere, buses everywhere,
and like you're coming within inches of people and bikes and other cars. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, I saw a busload of people today just get released into the street, like into the traffic.
Right, it was wild.
So, but yeah, the traffic's pretty hectic here. But culturally speaking, this place has a very, very rich heritage. This place has been populated for thousands and thousands of years.
Yeah.
We got to tour around take a tour of some.
We saw the Taj Mahal.
Yes, dude, that was incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Breathtaking. Like, it's one of those things where you go through this big arch. You can kind of see it in the background, but then you go through this big arch and you see it, and it's just like unbelievable.
Yeah, that was cool. It was built. It was, for those of you that don't know, I didn't know this, and I might have been the only one that didn't know this, but the Taj Mahal was built by Muslims.
Yeah.
There's a mosque on site that is still in use.
Yep.
It was built by the Mughal Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Which was descendants of Genghis Khan, who converted to Islam.
Yeah, Genghis Khan's youngest son.
Yep.
Yeah, he's the one that kind of brought that to this area. Of course, now it's mainly Hindu.
Yeah.
And it's a brand of Hinduism that's really militant, especially up north. I mean, they are just really.
Yeah. They what's it? The RSS. Yeah. So the RSS is like a very sort of far right extremist. Group that's here.
They want to implement Hinduism into the government. They want to make it a Hindu country officially. And
a lot of the leaders here have strong ties to that group. Yeah. So you're starting to see a lot of more militant Hinduism, which is causing Christian persecution. And so, it's a very weird. The first night we were here, and me and Jamie both didn't sleep well.
It's definitely a darker spiritual climate than down south.
Yeah, and not only that, you get out into the streets, and I thought the South was populated. You get here, and you don't even know population until you get up here, and then we get to our hotel, and there's guards at the gate. They check for bombs and everything before you come in, which I'm thankful for.
Yeah.
You at least have that when you're here.
Yeah. And then the pollution here is pretty wild.
Oh, dude, I call it spicy air.
It is. I mean, we just from being here, sore throat, scratchy voice, eyes and everything. And then the smell that comes with that. It's a pretty intense. Yeah, pretty intense thing. Again, down south, just a little bit, but not like up here. So.
Down south was pretty normal when you were outside of the cities. For instance, if you have an iPhone, you can check the air quality index, and where we're at in the United States, it's like it hangs
It was like between 20 and 40.
Yeah, between 20 and 40 yesterday. It was over 400, which is not good.
Yeah, it was wild.
And so we all had sort of a nagging cough the whole day. Today was a lot better, though.
Yeah, today was a lot better. And we were out, which was good because we were outside a lot, kind of looking around the city and everything like that. So
so it was sweet. But yeah, we went to, I forget the name of it. It was we went to the Red Fort, that was yesterday.
That's in Agra, yeah.
Yeah, Agata. Come on, Jamie.
Sorry.
And that was really neat. And then
Come on, man. I tried my best, okay?
You did. That's all.
This is the guy who's been mispronouncing everything.
Jamie, I don't want to hear about any mispronunciations.
The whole time.
Not the whole time. The day or two after I left the South, I started mispronouncing. I'm sorry, I put the wrong emphasis.
Yeah, well, do better.
Whatever, you're lame. Anyways, that's the only thing he has on me, people. It's the only thing he has in my mispronunciations. But no, it's definitely different up here.
Yeah.
It's a whole different thing. And we got to...
The other thing I was surprised about... Oh, did I cut you off? What were you going to say?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't remember now.
Okay. No, I was going to say, the other thing, I thought we would see more non-Indians in this area. But we almost always have been the only white people. Yeah,
in fact, we were at... Actually, this happened down south, but we forgot to bring it up. We were in the mall down south, and this group of school children walked past us, and one of them said, "Oh, look, white people."
Yeah, it was awesome.
And
we just waved hi.
We had a conversation about what it was like being the minority.
Yeah.
In the social area, and definitely being in America and being white. You don't have a concept of being the minority.
Right.
But when you come here, you are the minority.
Yeah, constantly.
And
minority in language, minority in dress, minority in skin color, minority in everything.
Yeah, we stuck out like a couple Twinkies and a box of Swiss rolls.
And people are always staring.
Yeah.
Constantly.
But you can't make eye contact or they might want to sell you something. You remember we were at the Taj Mahal and they had their arms in the car shaking items at us?
Yeah. And if you touch it, like you bought it. That's it.
If you touch it, you bought it. So we were like, we were told, don't touch anything, don't look at anyone, don't respond to anyone, which is weird because we're friendly in the United States and you want to make eye contact and say hi, but they're like, don't acknowledge them, which that was kind of a weird feeling.
Yeah, that was odd.
But yeah, we spent a couple days learning about the metro culture. Jamie, you might just want to lead this story because I won't do it well.
What?
The having to pay someone to not do something?
Yes. So there are some men dressed as women here.
The conversation starts, we were driving and this is a very conservative country.
Yeah.
As far culturally conservative. And so I didn't see any indications of homosexuality openly.
Right.
But then we saw what I thought looked like a transgender person.
Right. And I didn't believe you. I was like, no, dude, that's not.
And I said, why won't you kiss him?
Greet him with a holy kiss.
Yeah.
But so we asked our the pastor that was with us, and he said, yeah, there is actually a group of people, men, who dress as women and they're. We've saw a couple of them at traffic stops, like red lights, like the very few that we see here, and they're very aggressive.
Yeah,
they're very aggressive. And he told us a story that when he rides the trains, they very aggressively come up to you on the trains and they'll expose themselves to you if you don't pay them. And if you have your children with you, they even more so.
They extort you. They extort you.
I will show you what I have.
He said, this is what he said. He said, they see you with your family and they want to they want to humiliate you.
They want to humiliate you.
So what kind of monster does this? You see a man sitting with his family. And then you say, I'm going to expose myself to you if you don't give me 10 rupees.
Yeah, we asked him how much. He goes, 10 rupees. That's 12 cents.
That's 12 cents. That's totally worth it. That is totally worth it. That is a great racket.
It's you just have a 10 just ready when you're on the train.
I've been laughing about this all day long.
We were laughing
the sincerity with which this man said this. He's like, they see you with your family and they want to humiliate
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild.
So yeah.
So yeah, there's some pretty crazy stuff going on. But dude, y'all, the Christians here, you can't be a casual Christian in India. There's no such thing.
Yeah.
And we were just talking with the pastor, and he was saying things like there's an issue with because there are arranged marriages here.
Yeah.
And so like Christian women who have dedicated themselves to Christ, like they can't get married.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a big thing. We were talking about that, and he said this one woman that they referenced she'd been divorced.
Yeah.
Which is a huge no-no in this culture in general.
But it was because of her faith.
She was divorced.
And now she'll
have a very, very slim chance of getting remarried.
Yeah. And so she gives herself.
They're young.
And she gives herself to 24/7 prayer.
Yeah.
That's what she does. It reminds me of Anna in the temple.
Yeah.
In scripture. But yeah, I mean, can you imagine? I mean, like, again, y'all, our faith doesn't cost us very much in America. It doesn't.
Mm-mm.
But over here, you choose to follow Jesus, and you say, I won't have children.
Yeah.
I won't have a husband.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm choosing to become a nun. Like this is thrust upon you because you love the Lord.
Yeah. Yeah.
In this culture, it's just, man, it's sobering.
The next time I hear someone talk about persecution because we can't do some simple thing that you could really just do anyway.
Someone didn't say Merry Christmas.
Yeah, someone didn't say Merry Christmas, or they won't let you do this in the schools. Like, bro, you can't even be a Christian openly. I was nervous when we were at checkpoints and our driver had Christian music playing.
Yeah,
I was like, should we turn that down?
They would turn it down, and it's intense. And of course, they know that we obviously look like Westerners, and Western society and the United States is, correlated to Christianity in their minds, whether it's true or not.
Yeah.
And, And there were some people, you could tell there were some people that didn't like us being here.
Yeah, no, for sure. When we went into some of the, the less traveled area for tourists, we were definitely didn't seem welcome for us there. A lot of stairs, stuff like that.
But man, what an honor.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, what an honor to be here and just pour into Christians and let them know, hey, you're part of something bigger.
Yeah.
There are people that love you and pray for you.
Yeah.
It was really cool. We're so honored to have been here.
Yeah.
So thanks, guys, for tuning in to this special episode.
Yeah, for sure.
It was a little bit different. We didn't have the same segments that we typically do. We'll get back to that soon.
Or the same audio quality.
Oh, right. Yeah. Obviously, we don't have the setup here that we have back home. But love you guys. And we're so glad that y'all are kind of taking the journey with us and listening to Not the Sermon. We pray that it's not only fun for you, but it's also something where you learn some stuff. So
absolutely,
thanks for tuning in to Not the Sermon.
Thanks for listening. This podcast is a production of Victory Fellowship Church in Thomasville, Georgia. Eric and Jamie can be reached at emailing notthesermon@gmail.com.
To the fatherland, defender of the little kids, gracious and compassionate.